Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about significance of CPM and PERT, and we will also discuss the pre-project activity. So we have already discussed the basic of CPM and PERT in our previous video, that is part 1 of this video. So now we have to understand that what is pre-project activity. So before attempting to use or know about these tools, the project's information must be assembled in a certain way. So it includes a basic description of the preceding steps. So the steps are setting the project start date, then setting the project completion time or date, electing the project methodology or project life cycle to be used, determining the scope of the project in terms of the phase of the selected project methodology or project life cycle, then identify or selecting the project review method to be used, identify any predetermined interim milestone or other critical dates which must be met, listing tasks by project phase in the order in which they might be accomplished, estimating the personnel necessary to accomplish the each task, then estimate the personnel available to accomplish each task, then determining skill level necessary to perform each of task, then determine task dependencies. So which task can be done in parallel and which tasks require the completion of other tasks before they can start. So project control or review points and performing project cost estimation and cost benefit analysis including in task dependencies. Now significance of CPM and PERT. There are many variations of CPM and PERT which have been useful in planning cost, scheduling manpower and machine time. So the main significance of using CPM and PERT is that they answer the following important question of a project: that how long will the entire project take to be completed, what are the risks involved, then which are the critical activities or tasks in the project which could delay the entire project if they were not completed on the time, and is the project on schedule, behind schedule or ahead of schedule. Then last is if the project has to be finished earlier than planned, so what is the best way to do this at the least cost. So answer to this question before to start of a project gives an in detail idea of the project and foreseen problems that the project will or can face in the future. So before we know about CPM or PERT, there is an important tool or method that is used to assign the work known as Gantt chart. We have already discussed about Gantt chart in our previous videos. So Henry Gantt, whose the Gantt chart is named, worked for the Department of Defense during the First World War. So the chart is widely used as a project management tool. The Gantt chart allows you to see start and stop date for project task and subtask. Gantt charts are derived from your work breakdown structure. We have already studied about work breakdown structure. The development of a project plan is predicted on having a clear and detailed understanding of both the task involved and the estimated length of the time each task will take. So the dependency between those tasks and the sequence in which those tasks have to be performed. Additionally, resources availability must be determined in order to the appropriate worker. So one method used to develop the list of tasks is to create what is known as a work breakdown structure. So work breakdown structure is a decomposition or breakdown of a project or major activity into successive levels. So in which each level is a finer breakdown of the preceding one. So in final form, a work breakdown structure is very similar in structure and layout to a document outline. The work breakdown structure may be drawn in a diagrammatic form or in a chart resembling an outline. So the work breakdown structure begins with a single overall task representing the totality of work to be performed on the project. So this becomes the name of the project plan work breakdown structure. Using a methodology or system life cycle included analysis, design and implementation steps as a guide. So the project is divided into its major steps. The first phase is the project initiation, the second major phase is analysis, followed by design, construction, testing, implementation, and the post implementation follow up. So each of these phase must be broken in their next level of detail, and each of those into still final level of details until a manageable task size is arrived at. The first work breakdown structure level for the life cycle would be project initiation, draft project plan, analysis phase, plan user interviews, schedule user interviews, examination and test, design, test and implementation. So we will continue the CPM part in our next video, and the remaining part of this video we will cover in our third part of this video. So here we can understand the basic features of CPM and PERT. So thanks for watching this video.